Ladies and gentlemen of the press, good afternoon and welcome to the Ministry of Peace Building. My name, as many of you may know, Stephen Kuol. In this setting, we are calling a conference as a party. And I've done this with the support of my colleague, the members of Political Bureau, in my capacity as a chairperson of National Committee for Peace and Reconciliation. As all of us have heard, on March 26, 2025, our leader, Dr. Riek Machar Durgon, the chairman and commander-in-chief of the SPLM-IO, was arrested. And this followed the arrest of some of our political military leaders. This situation created a political and military situation that jeopardized the agreement in the country. This has prompted us to call this press conference to make the following declaration. First and foremost, we reiterate our unwavering commitment to the peace process through the RRCs as the only way the country, the only way we bring peace to our country. We call for observance of the permanent ceasefire and cessation of hostilities of 2017. We call on the public throughout the country to remain calm, as this situation, this crisis, is being addressed amicably through dialogues by the parties concerned. We call for immediate release of our chairman and all the cadres who are now on detention. We all the parties to the RRCs to resume dialogues in order to de-escalate the spiraling situation in the country. We call upon the guarantors from the IGAD region here who actually broker this peace agreement, C5, AU, European Union, Troika, and the United Nations to support and facilitate the dialogues. We urge all the parties, signatories to the agreement, and the stakeholders to recommit themselves to full implementation of RRCs in letter and in spirit. As recently directed by our leadership, our members in the security mechanism should continue their participation in the security mechanism under NTC. Finally, we recommit ourselves to remain in all levels and structures of the RTGONO. And that means from the national level all the way to the state and the counties. We will continue to discharge our constitutional duties as members of the SPLM-IO at all these levels. And that come back to our iterations that there is no other way to resolve this crisis except the instruments that establish the RTGONO, the RRCs, and we will continue to participate at all levels of implementation, security, political, and our constitutional post holders, the ministers, our cadres and members in the legislature, and here we are with the Speaker of the Council of State, and my colleague, the Minister of Federal Affairs, and Honorable Riang Yar, the Chairperson of Constitutional Review Commission, and the Deputy Minister, Honorable Garang Tongaken, and the rest of the members here. The party's leadership is here. We are participating in the peace process. This is what this conference is all about, and the document here is our sole resolution that we have come up with here. We will continue to work with the President of the Republic, the other parties in the government, to bring about peace and calm and reconciliation in our country. Well, one of the reasons why we call for calm is also to bring back the peace of mind. And this is also the assurance we are getting from the government here, that for those of us who are in Juba, we are all safe. And those who have run away and joined other parties or want to declare war, we have delinked ourselves from those statements. We are here as senior members of the political bureau of the SPLM-IO, and also as constitutional post holders in this government. This prompted us to recommit ourselves. And for your information, Gore, we are still ministers in this government. Whoever is declaring war in the bushes somewhere is not part of our leadership. And very soon, we will also address issues that have to do with the structures, and we will bring the whole parties together to chart the way forward. Those who have put him under detention will make those charges available to you and the public. And the reason why we are asking for his release is the same reason that we don't know why he's under detention. Constitutionally and legally, any of us as citizens of South Sudan can be detained, but there must be a due process of law. All of our cadres who have been detained should be subjected to the procedural law and take it from there. That's what we demand. And those are constitutional right for everybody. So let us wait for the outcomes of what will come from this. As for whether we are still discharging our duties, let me start with my colleague, Dr. Riang Yar. He just concluded a workshop. You have seen that and you have covered it. Now you are in my Ministry of Peace meeting and I'm in my office. The Minister of Federal Affairs was called from his office. He was discharging his national constitutional duties. This is one of the most senior person in the government. You know, the Council of State is the highest level of the legislature. He's here with us. He's also discharging his duties. So there's no question about it. The rest of the leaders and cadres of the SPLM-IO, wherever they are discharging their duties. This conference is held purposely to inform our people that the government is still intact. The security situation in the country, yes, is volatile, but is being addressed. In this document of the press release that we have written here, we reiterate that the only way to serve the day and life in this country is our recommitment to the RRC. So whether you are in the country or outside the country, you don't have any other way to serve South Sudan from disintegrations, political violence, and all this. Whatever happened some days ago should just be history, and we all of us as citizens of South Sudan should resume dialogues. because peace can only be found in the dialogues. We encourage the press to also portray that. And it is timely that Honorable Raila Odinga comes at this time, at this particular time, to address some of the issues of the crisis. And it is also one of the things we have called for in this press document, that the IGAD, the guarantors, and you know Kenya is one of them, Sudan, Ethiopia, the fact that President Ruto dispatched his invoice at this time is timely and is a positive diplomatic development. That is exactly what IGAD should be doing, and IGAD must also do more. We hope that his presence here can also close the gap and help us to forge the way forward. That we are demanding release and fair trial to all those who have been detained. Telling me what will happen to him, that's a speculation. The most important thing for us is his safety now and the due process of law to take its course. Yes, some of us are communicating with him with difficulties. You know, he's under detention. So we expect that the government will also give him an audience with Raila or with His Excellency the President of the Republic. There are many, because even some soldiers and officers and bodyguards of our leaders are also in jail, including a businessman has also been detained. And also in Lake State, for your information, our chairman, the chairman of the party there, who is the deputy governor, is also under detention with other cadres. We are also calling equally for their release, all of them.